Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avataravarishthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. That which is Brahman is Shakti, and that again is the mother. Sri Ramakrishna is talking regarding the Divine Mother, her grace and all that we were considering. And then Sri Ramakrishna is telling, that which is Brahman is Shakti, and that again is the mother. Commonly Sri Ramakrishna uses the term mother for Mother Kali, and Kali represents the whole, the dynamic and static aspect of existence. Two important, eternal, unchanging reality, the Absolute and the whole universe. One of the universes in which we are living. Innumerable universes are there. One of the universe we are living. And this is dynamic, constantly changing flux. The whole universe is a constantly changing flux and unchanging eternal reality in which it appears and disappears. So the two aspects together, the Absolute and the Para Apara, the Tasmin Drishte Paravare, Para Avara, the having known what is that absolute existence, relative existence, knowing it, all the bondages break forever. Vidyate hridaya grantischa chidyante, all doubts clear, and his karmas are going to get destroyed, and he is going to be enlightened. So the Para and Avara, the two together is called Kali, whom Sri Ramakrishna used to address. Because if you say Nirguna Nirakar Brahman, it is one aspect of existence. The other universe is left out. And if you say universe, the Absolute is left out. And two together is his mother Kali. And that is the mother Sri Ramakrishna is telling. That which is Brahman is Shakti. The absolute existence and the whole of the relative existence is Shakti. All manifestations of the Absolute is because of its power. Its power is manifesting as all that exists as duality. Now I am sleeping deep sleep, then I am one without a second. And when I wake up, all my powers are manifesting as my intellect, my buddhi, and all are starting working in various levels. And then you see, I can speak, I can understand, I can talk, I can move. All these movements are possible when my Shakti comes out. Similarly, the universe manifestation itself from the Absolute is the Shakti. And that Shakti, the power, Chaitanya and Chit Shakti, the Absolute, Brahman, and its power, which manifests in various ways, is the Shakti. The dynamic and non-dynamic means it is just existing without a duality. Then the manifestations come. The Absolute, unchanging, eternal reality is Brahman. And Shakti, the whole manifestation, whenever it happens, whenever it dissolves, whenever nothing exists, still the Shakti is there. When I am in deep sleep, all my powers are there, unseen, unperceived, unmanifest. Most important is that it is unmanifest. It manifests, and in unmanifest, it goes to the state of unmanifest, one with the Chaitanya. Like that Shakti, when universe is not there, the universe becomes power, energy, and energy merges in the Chaitanya. So and that again is the mother. See, when we say Brahman and Shakti, it is two existences. When we say mother, how that absolute and the relative is related to me is my mother. He it is, says Ram Prasad, Ram Krishna is singing a song, Ram Prasad, that I approach as mother. He it is, says Ram Prasad, that I approach as mother, but I must give away the secret here. But must I give away the secret here in the marketplace? From the hints I have given, O mind, guess what that being is. For Brahman, it is beyond gender, it is beyond duality. It is one without a second. In one is merged in other. When nothing exists, it is He. We use the term God. And from the hint I have given you, understand, guess. Ram Prasad implies that he has known the truth of Brahman. He addresses Brahman as mother. In another song, Ram Prasad expresses the same idea thus. Knowing the secret that Kali is one with the highest Brahman, I have discarded once for all both dharma and adharma. The Brahman, the absolute existence, where there is no duality, and the whole universe with multiplicity, not only duality, it is multifarious universe with trends, all different trends flowing. One plant is, one species has nothing to do or comparison with the other. Mango tree is entirely different from plantain tree. How that each is following its own pattern. Each species is moving in its own way. So that differences, it is, with all differences, it is Brahman only. Knowing that the whole universe, the Shakti, a mother is one with the Brahman, Chaitanya. Knowing that secret, Kali is one with the highest Brahman, I have discarded once for all both dharma and adharma. Living according to the law of nature is dharma. Going against the law of nature is adharma. Righteousness, we can say spiritual righteousness and unrighteousness. Both I have discarded because the living according to the law of nature, where both are beyond. The whole universe is beyond and it's one with the reality, what to reject and what to hold on. Adharma means unrighteousness, actions forbidden by religion. Dharma means the pious actions prescribed by religion, as for instance, charity to poor man, feeding Brahmins and so on. Sri Ramakrishna is explaining what is dharma and do's and don'ts. Vijay, what remains if one renounces both dharma and adharma? Following the rules and regulations and rejecting and doing against it is adharma. Not doing both is different. Master, pure love of God. When you give up both dharma and adharma, what remains is pure love of God. I have to follow this way, I have to follow that way. to go beyond good and bad, going beyond right and wrong, going beyond dharma and adharma, justice and injustice, righteousness and unrighteousness. All these, when I transcend the dualities of life, do's and don'ts, I go beyond. What remains is pure love of God. That is why Sri Ramakrishna is telling that love alone remains, is Atman alone remains. Now when we reject everything, what remains is I, the Atman, pure Atman self. When the self flows, the Atman flows. Love is flow of Atman. It is projecting, it's pouring out itself as if I am melting and going away. Love. Love in its absolute purity, independent of all the layers it is covering. The flow of Atman. It is not a product of nature. It is not. It is absolute itself, you can say. It is Brahman, you can say, because it is bliss, peace, love, absolute. So the love absolute remains, peace absolute remains, bliss absolute remains. These are the not nature but contents of the absolute, we can say. It is, though it is an indicator. Vijay is asking what remains if one renounces both dharma and adharma, master, pure love of God. Because we are divine. We have acquired, we have put upon ourselves the cover of human. And we have the rules and regulations. When they fall off, when the cover I put of human, I remain divine. Being divine, I don't have any rules. If I am human, I have come down already many steps to human level and I have rules and regulations. I pray to the Divine Mother, O Mother, here take my dharma, take my adharma, give me pure love for thee. Here take my virtue and take my vice and give me pure love for thee. Here take thy knowledge, here take thy ignorance and give me pure love for thee. You see, I did not ask even for knowledge or public recognition. Lokeshana. When one renounces both dharma and adharma, there remains only pure love of God. Love that is stainless, motiveless, and that one feels only for the sake of love. And that love can be only love of God. A Brahmo devotee, is God different from his Shakti? Just now Sri Ramakrishna has told Brahman and Shakti are one. Brahmo devotee, is God different from his Shakti? Master, after attaining perfect knowledge, one realizes that they are not different. They are the same, like sun, like the gem and its brilliance. Thinking of gem, one cannot but think of its brilliance. Again, they are like milk and its whiteness. Thinking of one, you must also think of the other. But you cannot realize this non-duality before the attainment of perfect knowledge. We can intellectually discern a little, yet we will not understand what it means. Because it is a thing where there is no dimension. Dimensionless existence we cannot understand with mind. We have to transcend the mind and go beyond. To understand we use only terms. There is the term which we are using as God, we don't know what it is. Because it is pure spirit and it cannot be known. Just intellectually we discuss and determine, that's all. But it is necessary to know something is there somewhere. Something is there somewhere which we cannot understand. But that understanding somewhere something is there other than what we perceive and all, and that is eternal, unchanging reality. It is ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. All these indicators take us the struggle to go beyond this relative existence, to emerge out of the nature. When we peep beyond only, we'll understand what it could be. Thinking one, you must also think of the other, Shakti and Brahman, God and His power. But you cannot realize this non-duality between the two, Shakti and Shaktiman. You cannot think means, how do we distinguish? Now, a burning lamp and its brilliance, fire and its power to burn, we can intellectually discern. But fire and its power to burn, we cannot separate at all. Individually, you can never see. Moon at least changes its phases. You can see the moon fully bright and fully dark. Moon you can see, but you can never see sun. Moon we are seeing dark phases and white phases because the sunlight is not self-luminous. Its luminosity it is getting from the sun. Sun is self-luminous. Moon is reflecting its light. So the common surface of the common to sunshine and our observation from the earth, whatever component is there, that alone we can see. Each day it increases and it decreases because of its phases. Now, because it is not self-luminous, it is reflecting the light. Just like earth is also receiving this sunlight and reflecting it. But we do not know. When we are facing the sun, we see ourselves getting the sunlight, but we are reflecting it. You cannot think of sun without its brilliance, light. Fire and its power to burn. Most clear is fire and its power to burn. Can you separate fire from its power to burn? No. But think they are together as one. But when we use fire for cooking, then we are using only heat. We are keeping the fire burning, but heat we are yield. When we use the same fire for lighting, then we are using it for lighting, heating. Fire is with light, fire is with heat, and light are two constant companions of the fire, burning fire. Because of these properties, we are able to understand. Lit the fire, I want to heat the water. When I say, I am extracting only heat from the fire. And when I light a lamp, so from the same fire, I am utilizing it for light. we are understanding fire is common for heat and light. So we can may intellectually discern it, understand the heat and light, and we cannot separate it, yet we can understand it independent of fire. But you cannot separate. It is never independent of fire. Attaining perfect knowledge, one goes into samadhi, beyond the 24 cosmic principles. That is, the whole universe is made up of 24 cosmic principles. Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Bhutas, Buddhi Manas, and Pancha Pranas. Therefore, the principle of I does not exist in that stage. Principle of I itself won't be there, does not exist in that stage. A man cannot describe in words what he feels in samadhi. Coming down, he can give just a hint about it. I come down 100 cubits, as it were, when I say Om after samadhi. Brahman is beyond the injunctions of the Vedas and cannot be described. There neither I nor you exist. As long as a man is conscious of I and you, and as long as he feels that it is he who prays and meditates, so long he will feel that God is listening to his prayers and God is a person. How we go on understanding, like child understanding little by little of this world, we are understanding of God. Then he must say, O God, thou art the master and I am thy servant. Thou art the whole and I am the part of thee. From Dvaita to Advaita, Vishishta Advaita, I am part, you are whole, is Vishishta Advaita. I am different from you, is Dvaita. I and you are one, is Advaita. Thou art the whole and I am the part of thee. Thou art the master and I am the child. At the same time, there exists a feeling of difference. I am one and thou art another. We are different from each other. It is God Himself who makes us feel this difference, and on account of this difference, one sees man and woman, light and darkness, and so on. As long as one is aware of this difference, one must accept Shakti. You are able to see the difference. So, we are seeing duality. Duality is manifestation of Shakti. The personal God, Shakti is personal God. It is God who has put I consciousness in us. I am. You may reason 1,000 times, still this I does not disappear. As long as I consciousness exists, God reveals Himself to us as a person. All the religions you can see, God as a person they approach. Oh God, do this. Oh God, do that. Oh God, be merciful. Oh, be kind to me. All these prayers are because I am different from God. As long as the difference is maintained, exists, I am different from God, then God is a person only. Therefore, as long as a man is conscious of I and the differentiation, he cannot speak of the attributeless Brahman, Nirguna Nirakara Brahman, and must accept Brahman with attributes. Saguna Sakara he has to accept. This Brahman, but he may have that goal to reach, but he is actually experiencing. It's like a school student. He understands what is college and going beyond college and all. But he has not yet reached that. He has to pass many, many years of struggle before he reaches college and go beyond. This Brahman with attributes has been declared in the Vedas, the Puranas, and the Tantras to be Kali, the primal energy. Shakti, the primal energy. At least in Advaita, we call it Mula Avidya of the Jiva and Cosmic Avidya, Maya. Maya is at cosmic level, individual. It's called Avidya. So this creates a differences in the vision of the observer. Vijay, how, sir, can one have the vision of primal energy and attain Brahmajnana, the knowledge of the attributeless Brahman? Vision of Shakti. Shakti means all forms are Shakti. Now I want to see God as Krishna. It is Shakti, manifestation of the Brahman. Because duality is there, it's a product of Shakti. And all forms are Saguna Sakara. Manifestation of Shakti. This Brahman with attributeless has been declared by the Vedas. Nirguna Nirakara has been declared in the Vedas, the Puranas and the Tantras to be Kali, the primal energy. Vijay, how can one have the vision of primal energy and attain Brahmajnana, the knowledge of the attributeless Brahman? Vision of Shakti, Divine Mother in any aspect, and the Brahmajnana in and through that. Master, pray to him. Who is the even while giving the duties, day-to-day duties in an office or anywhere in the institutions, the duties are allocated, and they go to someone and say, within the office, suppose the manager, they go to the manager, I want to change my seat, I want to do that work. Who has allotted this work to you, go to him and ask for it. I have not allotted it to you, I am only managing it. You have to go to the one who has designed, who has put you into the world, alone can take you out of the world. Pray to him with an yearning heart and weep. That will purify your heart, weeping, the tears flowing out will clean your all inner obstructions. You see the reflection of the sun in clear water, in the mirror of your heart. You see the reflection of sun in clear water. If water is muddy, you cannot have a clear vision. If it is turbulent, pure water, crystal clear water, if it is boiling like it is jumping about, you cannot see the reflection. In the mirror of his eye consciousness, the devotee sees the form of primal energy, Brahman with attributes, in his own self. We turn inward and start going and cross the barrier of mind and enter into the Vijnana Kosha. There we get the vision of God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.